they unveiled an in-person Saturday Night Live experience. I don't know whether to call it an experience or an exhibit or what exactly it is.
Hmm.
But I can reveal on this podcast that I have tickets to it. So I will come back and relay my story after
That is
February
so
2nd.
exciting.
And um, so I all the questions that I have and we all have right now, I'd be happy to answer them after February 2nd at 3 p.m.
Good.
4 p.m. maybe. Uh, but yeah, like the two big things they've said are like, see what it feels like to hit the stage as your name is announced and slide into the desk on
Oh
weekend
no.
update. And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
is this figurative? This
No,
feels
I bet it
figurative.
isn't.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, if I end up with a video out of
Yeah.
all this, I will play it in its entirety. I promise.
I think that you will get some type of video.
We'll see. They did something like this for the 40th, but it was a museum exhibit. It was like a
Mm.
walkthrough thing. I actually ended up going to that as well when it was here in 2015. I like took a New York trip, happened to still be around, and that one it was cool. It was like there was a wing about the costumes. They had like iconic set pieces. I stood behind the Jeopardy podium,
Nice.
posed on the old like Seth Meyers Weekend Update set. I'll put all these pictures in. I know I have them somewhere. Then it culminated in kind of a small scale replica of the studio. It definitely wasn't like the same,
Hmm.
but you had the chairs on the floor and like the different stages, and then they had Tina Fey was in like a video, a projection, and came out and like talked about the history and showed some videos and stuff. It was a great like
Yeah.
museum entry, but that was like a very temporary thing. This is a lot different, at least it sounds like. Ultimately, probably not too different. We'll see.
Probably not. It's probably mostly museum, but it does sound like at some point you'll write your name on a piece of paper and then they'll
Yeah.
announce you as you walk on out.
I guess. Okay. Well, I will report back literally. Um, and then yeah, so that actually took. I found out today. That takes the place of. Do you remember the Tonight Show did like a Halloween thing? Um,
Think
a walk
so.
through like haunted house sort of thing. It was called Tonightmares.
Okay.
This exhibit is where Tonightmares used to be.
Okay.
So they ripped Tonightmares out on November 1st and started building whatever this is.
Hmm.
Right now, that's only, if anybody's listening from New York, that's only available January 30th to February 2nd. It's
Ooh.
possible that they are adding more dates, but
I feel
that's
like
all
they
we got
would
right now.
at the very least do it right up until the 50th special.
That would make
Maybe a
sense.
couple more weeks.
Right. Yeah, or just taking those next few weekends.
Yeah.
I let me check a calendar. So the SNL they are off the weeks that is open. I don't know if that has anything to do with
Think you're
anything.
gonna
Yeah, so the Timothy Chalamet. Oh, I'm sorry. I said earlier that the documentary that the Timothy Chalamet clips could not make it into the SNL music documentary. They totally can.
they can.
They will. They hopefully can cover at least even just a few frames of Timothy Chalamet on, as the musical guest on SNL. Um, but yeah, so they're off the week that this is open. I, surely, like that's just a crowd control measure.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that maybe you don't get any more weekends of this right away.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, look, we don't know. We literally don't know. I'll know a little more after I've walked through and somebody says my name apparently, but
Or some poor NBC page has to push you out to the update desk.
right. It's just before I go out, like, hey, I'm sorry about this. I just, you know,
Yeah.
I'm having fun, but I realize, I'm imposing here. No, it's gonna be fun, and the whole. Oh, by the way, if you're looking to get in on that, whole thing is free. It's
Wow.
yeah, it's through One Iota, like the audience website. A lot of TV shows use that to fill their studio audiences, and this was an experience you could book through them.
You should have told me. I would have flown out.
Well, you still can. Hold on. Wait a second, Caroline. We're gonna be like the go-to. This is how people are gonna know what happened. It's gonna be
Yeah,
our story.
we're reporting.
You have like 15 days to 16 days to get this set up. So just saying.
I'll
Okay.
I'll look into it.
Okay. Look into it. We'll make the announcement here if it works out.
February in Iowa is a tough time to try to get on an airplane weather-wise.
To bank
Kind
on
of a
the fact that,
gamble.
like, yeah, that it will get off the ground.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So hey, I please, we'd love to have you.